This is the corner of 12th and 37.
Okay.
I think that White House in the middle is gone. I think it just got torn down for a German-American bank. Is that correct? Chris?
Probably, yeah.
I think, yeah, sounds right.
This throws me off. It says Noah Hobbs at 314 Jefferson.
Noah Hobbs, that house was tore down from Malzer's building, I believe.
How do you get a 314 Jefferson?
Yeah.
That's over the bank. I think maybe 514 or something.
Yeah, Noah
You
Hobbs.
couldn't get it free.
Okay, you think I was torn down from Malzer's?
There's a
That's
river.
where,
Oh,
that's where he
Very-
lived one time.
okay.
Yeah.
Who's lived there?
Noah Hobbs.
No, do you remember him?
Yeah, he's a member of our church.
Oh, okay, all right. Not focused on the little girl, but the houses behind there, I think are still there. That's 12th Street,
Yes.
just down from that CBD facility, whatever they do there, I don't know, it's legal or illegal, I have no idea. But I think George Slender lives in this house right here, where that little girl is now. Chenault House on 6th Street, I don't know. Petzolossi between 10th and 11th. You can get twisted up real easy trying to look at this one, so I don't know, it's up around the Lutheran Church, but
Is, no.
I think that house is gone.
I think so. Meredith's grandmother lived there.
Yeah, Gary Becker.
Gracie Becker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that house? I mean,
Still there.
Grandma's house is still there.
It was my great-grandparents' house.
On the corner?
still there?
Yes.
Is that the one that doctor lives in?
No,
Doctor,
he
foot
lives
doctor?
on, in that empty lot, right in front of that one.
Yeah.
Is where Dr. Roper lives.
Or what? Is this catty corner from Edgar Maltzer?
Yes. Yes.
That's where the foot doctor lives.
Yes.
That's his house.
No,
He lives in the foot doctor's in front of him.
Yeah.
Bill,
What?
Tony's got something
He lives on the corner, that's the one next to him.
behind him.
He lives in
It's
the
behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one behind
It's
me.
right across from Bud Kale's.
That's right. It's a hill there. That's right. Thank you. That's what this meeting's all about. All right, that house is still there. Oh, we don't.
Sir.
Lamar home on 37, across from Greenwood Cemetery.
It's gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
And the reason this is there, this is a Sears home. It's right next to the Borders house. I grew up 2 doors down.
Did you really?
You've all heard of Sears homes.
There
I think there were 4 of them, at least 4 in Tennessee. This was one.
Borders live next door that way.
Mom said she lived there when she was little.
I lived there.
Really?
That's 621.
You live there?
Really?
Yeah, I lived
Really?
there for a while. And to the
How old
left
were you?
is the Borders house.
Yeah, you were a neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How
for a
old
little
were you?
while.
Grandma probably didn't want her to leave the house because of Simpson.
You were
was
very
there.
young.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Not to
yeah.
be, not
I
to be
was
trusted.
like, going into the 5th grade. And that's
You
when
were
I
there?
moved to, that's when I moved to Franklin School. Yeah.
I was 2 doors away from it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have been paying more attention.
Splater home on Alcoa Road. I don't know where Alcoa Road is. Somebody help me out. Tony, where's Alcoa Road?
I'm sorry, I was talking to somebody. What?
Alcoa Road, where is that?
Alcoa.
Down in Warwick County.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's west of St. Mark's on the road that goes toward Troy.
We're almost done here. Let's fly through it. Richard Bourne, Tell City, I don't know where that is. Hanser Photo, lost on that one. Hill Hills on 805 6th Street.
That's still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
Remember they passed Russell Marion out one at the top window.
Yeah,
Someone had that new roof put on.
Russell Marion Caleb,
yeah. Yeah, but Rick,
he just died.
she delivered up on the 2nd floor, and they were trapped, and a boat went in and got them out of there. In the 37 Club.
Yeah.
This house was,
Christian Finn's.
Yeah,
right,
it's next to
Right here.
Woodford
It's Chris Finn's house.
on the corner.
it's right across the street from the poorhouse.
No.
And,
No, it was just right through there. It's
Paul and Bert Finn grew up, and I will say this. During the 37 flood, the water was up into the house. They took a boat, opened the front door, and the piano was floating. So they took the piano and just kind of pulled it through, it was floating. They pulled it through the water, took it around the house, pushed it out into the river and down the river. This house, Curly Gilliam,
Across the street.
fell apart. This house says 612. Kathy, did you ever figure this one out?
No.
612 something, we don't know. I don't know. We don't know what that is. We don't know.
Nice.
May not even be Tell City. I don't know. Richard Moore, we don't know anything about that.
Hinton's.
Anybody recognize that place? We don't know.
Came from the Hinton family, so.
Down around 12. We don't know that house. We don't know there.
Slow down.
See lots of homes like that around.
That's a Hanser photo, but don't know where.
Near the Hess houses, 6th Street, I don't know. I don't know. 140212. That would be on the corners. It's still there.
That's that last block before you get to the highway, isn't it?
Yeah, is that still there?
Doesn't look like it.
That would be Basham's house, that's right. Well, they may have bricked this up, I don't know.
Now it seems everything.
Rosemary,
About the wine.
Benito house still there, well taken care of, and haunted, they say.
Where's that?
That's across from the Historical Society.
This one?
Right across.
That's
Yeah.
Lester Lee's house.
Woody
David
Rich.
Carney.
Yeah,
A lot of people live there.
David James Carney sold it.
Both
Margaret
of them.
Hillsteiner lived there,
Yeah, it's haunted.
and that's in good shape,
Who's
and it is haunted.
I don't know who the ghost is,
And you
but
wanna know why it's haunted, just everybody?
it's haunted.
When Finch ran out of room for bodies across the street, they bring them over there and put them in there. They will tell you it's haunted, but now Wendy, who lives there now, says she's never had a problem.
She ran them off.
And she's definitely,
She got her sage out and they left.
This says, Mary Warnish before the street grade. I don't know. Could that be where Brian Taylor's living now? I don't know.
That looks like a house in the 400 block of 13th Street.
you're
I
right,
don't know.
it
I thought
does.
There's 400 block of 13th Street. They just redone that house. We had a double wide on the left of it. 423 13th Street. Boy, it really resembles it.
No idea. This house here, we don't know. This house, I guarantee, is still there. That's the Bryant boys' home. That's right next to Bob Hackles.
Billy Bryant.
Billy Bryant. We call it Bob Hackles. He's gone there, but
Yeah.
the house is still there. It's as solid as can be. This is down on, we're just about done. We got 3 pictures left. I think that house is still there. It says Paul and Connie Burtis lived there. It's built, it's 1525 13. It's just on the other side of 37.
Yeah.
Just past Continental Apartments.
Right.
I don't know. I grew up this side of town, not that side of town. Wingtail Boulevard, when it was first built, you can see those homes there on the right side. You're standing right across the street from McDonald's. See, TG&Y or that shopping center's not there. And I think the Watts home should be right in there. It should be right there on the left. I don't know. I thought Watts had the first house in Berlin Hills. So I don't know. Didn't they?
I understand that.
So it must be behind those trees.
Bill, you got a question. Tony Holland.
Yeah.
If it's
Tony,
not, if it's
your
not,
dad built all those homes up there.
if it's not the Watts house, then it would be Fred Smith up on that hill. Those
Oh,
are the
okay.
two that started the
Your
whole.
dad built Fred Smith too?
I don't know. I just always heard the stories from.
Someone told me your dad built 1,500 homes in Tell City.
The older he got, the bigger the number was.
Yeah, I know.
717 6th Street. Now, just to finish the program up, Tony, can you give us a couple minutes to explain? We've already hit your house. Can you explain what you have here, the expenses? This is a flabbergasting. We saw Tony's house.
Mervyn Bryant's wife, what was it? You said-
Rovella. Rovella.
Brunner.
Billy or Rovella.
Billy Brunner.
Billy calls me one day. She didn't really know him well, but that didn't matter to her. And Tony, yeah, get over to my house. You know where I live? Yeah, I think so, Miss Bryant. Well, get over right now. So I went over. She had a stack of everything to do with the people that had built my house that we live in. And some of the items we have here, unfortunately, maybe 5 years or so ago, a family that was related to the Fries from Owensboro, Kentucky, came over and, like a knucklehead, I mean, I showed them the house and they would just have it going on, and I just handed them all sorts of stuff. I really don't have anything personal about the Fries that live there. An example is one of the Fry boys left and went out prospecting. That's how long ago that was, and died. He never made it home. A lawyer sent him a letter. I had a copy of that letter. Gave it all to these people. I have no idea who they are. They seemed real nice. Anyway, Miss Bryant had all sorts of stuff, and what I've got, this is one of two big framed details of our house. How many 2x4s or whatever, all lumberless from Tell City and from Canton. Canton had a planing mill also, didn't know that. Tell City planing mill, several things. And then this Mr. Hess wrote a letter for his bid to build our house, to do the framing and to set the windows. And he decided that he would go ahead and throw in there. He's going to do everything perfect. That was the word he used, perfect. Fit and dove and tuck and point. And so the labor to build our house with the wood was $187.
The price of two 2x4s today.
Frame up his house. Huge house.
Built a house for 187.
Yeah, 1908. And so the funnier part was, so we get all this stuff. We're so proud, and we want to display it in our dining room. So we get two of these this size, and went over to Thomas Glass. The lady called. She's still the lady there. Tony, your frame's done. And I get over there, and she goes, you know, I just feel like shit. I said, what's the matter? She goes, I read the letter. The guy framed your house. I framed these two things. I'm charging you more. I framed the two things. In the time that we lived there, it's fantastic. We were blessed to live there with 5 boys, and 3 of them in one room, and bunk beds, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And during that time, people have stopped by. One time, we're up in the bedroom. I don't know what the kids were doing, and we look at a family, a husband and wife, got out of a car across the street, and we're taking pictures. Rhonda says, well, just leave them alone. Of course, I couldn't leave them alone. And so I went outside and said, what are you guys doing? I said, well, when we lived here because our family had 8 kids, and I worked at either built the dam or the bridge, one or the other. And they're retired, and they were going all over America to take a picture of every house that they moved to. So I thought it was good. So come on in the house. And Rhonda was not that crazy about that. But yeah. We love living downtown.
So what's in that frame, Tony?
Highly detailed stuff about the 2x4s and windows. And a lot of it's just all hand scribbled in here. So, and then there's an elevation thing. The other one has details of the outrageous expenses our property taxes were back when it was built, $2 or something. Our house, if you look at the front of our house, to the left and to the right is now a swimming pool and a garage. And to the left was a vacant lot 2, and when the previous owners before us, the Crest family, the teachers Crest family, they let Vic and Marie build a house next to us. It's outrageously close. If there was any sort of zoning laws at the time, they broke them. But they and everyone who's ever lived in the house next to them have just been fantastic people, primarily retired folks. And so we've had a great time with that. Phil and Janine Feller were on the other side of us. Now, interestingly, a young gentleman came in, he retired from Indianapolis. His name is Danny, and he and his wife said, we want to buy that house. We heard that fella house is up for sale. Okay, well, I grew up in the house, my mom and dad, and I'm trying to think of their names. Yeah, they're still both alive.
Davis.
Huh?
Davis?
Yes. J.P. Davis?
PJ.
We want to buy the house. Well, let's go look at it. Tony, I'm telling you, we're going to buy the house. Okay, that's fine. Let's at least look at it. Guy said, we're buying the house. I said, God damn it, let's go upstairs and look at the bedrooms at least. Which they did, and now they're fantastic neighbors. They just had a good life. So.
Anyway, I want to say one more thing about this. George Hess was the contractor. George Hess, I don't know how many people he had working for him. He built Franklin School, Newman School, the library. He poured sidewalks.
When we leave my house to go to St. Paul's, to go to church, his name is stamped several times throughout the...
George Hess built everything in Tell City. And he had a son named, they called him Guts Hess. He built some really nice homes. He had an alcohol problem, so he wasn't as prominent as George Hess. But George Hess was a very prominent man. His building that he operated out of was right across the alley from the First Baptist Church. It's gone now, but I was in there a long time.
I got one more thing I want to talk about, and it isn't in my house. Because a couple of you guys are here, one of them has already left, and the other guy, I think, went outside because his back was bothering. But after 44 years doing real estate, immediately came back and started working with my dad and then my mom. They passed away, and then my wife. We've seen all sorts of stuff happen and coming and going. And I think now at 66, I can start saying the stuff like back in the good old days. And that's one of the guys there from the good old days. Bruce Knox from the good old days. John Werner from the good old days. You went and told them that you want to buy a house, and you went over there and they took care of you. And it's totally different. I'm not sure why. Probably somewhere along the line people were dishonest and did bad stuff. But it was, that's what made Tell City was local guys helping local people and developers, Mr. Ramsey, my dad, several other guys. It was just...
How many houses did your dad build?
And I really wasn't kidding. At one time it was 700 and 1,000 and 1,200. And he did build other houses in other areas. But it actually was a trio or quadrupling of different people that all helped. Those guys helped. Mr. Ramsey helped. Guy Neil Ramsey, he would develop an area and put in the city. Turn around, Chris, you don't want to hear this. But the city would actually put in the utilities, would pave the roads, and we just kept like the area up below, like where you live, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, so that whole huge amount of homes that fit that style of people that we desperately need. Not big fancy houses, but bread and butter houses. And but it was one person that did the whole thing. It was a grouping of all the people together. Lenders were a huge part of it. So was the city. There you go. That's my speech.
Great deal. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for your time. Now, we're going to break for the night. We're going to have a business meeting, but this concludes our meeting here. We intend to have more meetings like this. I promise they won't run this long. They were just, Kathy's got an extensive collection of old photographs.